Welcome to another episode of Sticky Stuck, where we're looking at how do you move past being stuck into the freedom of unstuckness. I'm sure there are Greek and Hebrew words for that, but I just don't know what they are. But what we're doing is we're giving you some very practical advice on how in your life to move forward and not bog down and be stuck. Now, this can be spiritual, but also can just be for any area of your life. And so, because all of life is a biblical illustration, the principles really do work. And so far we've given you three ideas, three practical suggestions to get unstuck. You may be saying to yourself, well, do I have to do all of them? Of course you do. Why would we offer them if we don't want you to do all of them? But one of them will help, or two of them will help, or three of them will help, or you add four and you're just going to be cooking and so unstuck you won't know how to live. You don't have to do all of them, but each one of them are helpful hints, if you will, suggestions of how to get unstuck. The fourth one I want to give you is the 3 R's. So this is item number 4, the 3 R's. That's what the title is. The 3 R's are this: reflect, refine, and repeat. Reflect, refine, and repeat. What I mean by that is reflectively look at where you are and what you're doing. Reflect. Nothing wrong with that. Don't do it so much you become reflective, but don't be afraid to look at where you are and analyze what you're doing, so reflect. And then refine. Take the action plan that we talked about previously and rework it as needed. Now, reworking would be a 4th R if it was on the list, but it's not. It's just another R word. But rework your action plan. Sometimes we get bogged down because we come up with our plan, or our roadmap, if you will, and we think, well, this is the plan because, well, you know, I prayed about it and this is the plan. Never realizing that there might be a little bit of breakdown between God communicating to you and then you putting it into action. So sometimes it's okay to know that you have to refine that action plan just a little bit. What you thought you were going to do or the direction you're going to move might need to change just a little bit. And so when you reflect and take an honest look at where you are, then you can refine that. And as you refine that, then it will kind of change your direction once again. And then you repeat. You come back and you keep doing it over and over and over again, a day at a time, a moment at a time, and you jettison what's not working or what you don't need to be doing. And so if you can, what you want to do is, when the Bible talks about loving God with all your heart, mind, soul, and strength, the goal is to take and aim that in the direction that it needs to go. In order to stay unstuck, you have to constantly be willing to reflect on what it is that God is doing. Be willing to look into your life and refine it, and then repeat the whole process and start all over again. Because in doing that, what you're doing is you're keeping a freshness to your faith. You're not getting bogged down into old habits. You're not getting stuck in the proverbial rut, which is another R word. But again, that would be 5 R's, and that's unacceptable because this is only point number 4. So now you have 4 things, 4 distinct, real things that, if you will do them, will help you get unstuck. And so we're going to expand that idea just a little bit more in our next edition of Sticky Stuck. I look forward to being unstuck with you next time.